Hobbs and Shaw is the spin-off of the Fast and Furious franchise. This film stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham. They have to team up to take down a genetically modified supervillain known as Brixton, played by Idris Elba, because he's after a deadly virus that puts the fate of the world at stake. Hey there guys, Tom here. Welcome back to my movie channel and thank you very much for joining me for this, my review of the brand new film Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Before we get into today's review, if you guys have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. Have you seen Hobbs and Shaw? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought about Hobbs and Shaw, make sure you jump down into that comment section below. Leave me a comment and tell me what you thought of the film so we can carry on the discussion right down there. Now, first of all, I'm not the biggest fan of the Fast and Furious franchise. I liked a couple of the later installments, and I did actually enjoy the last Fast and Furious movie, Fate of the Furious. And the franchise to me improved greatly since The Rock and Jason Statham both joined the franchise, and they had great chemistry in Fate of the Furious, especially with that prison breakout scene, and they've got this like love-hate relationship, frenemies kind of relationship that I think is just absolutely hilarious. These two guys just have great chemistry. So when they announced they were going to do this film, I was all in. I was like, give me some Hobbs and Shaw goodness. And let me tell you, this movie is a lot of fun. I had a great time watching this film. Again, the chemistry between Jason Statham and The Rock is absolutely unbeatable. It's hilarious. These two guys insulting each other all throughout the film. It's absolutely hilarious. But they also have to team up in this film with Shaw's sister, played by Vanessa Kirby. I love Vanessa Kirby. I'm just a huge fan of her. In fact, I think I'm in love with her. She is fantastic. She was just in Mission Impossible Fallout. She's in this film, and she's great in this film. She kicks a lot of ass. Her and Jason Statham, you just believe that they're brother and sister. And Helen Mirren's also in this film. You've seen her in the trailer. She plays their mother. She's in prison, and I love Helen Mirren. Who doesn't love Helen Mirren? But I think the heart and soul of this movie is the chemistry, not just between The Rock and Jason Statham, but also between those two and Vanessa Kirby. They all play off each other so well throughout the film. This film is action-packed. It's loaded with action. And coming off of one of the directors who directed John Wick and Deadpool 2, the action in this film is shot great because you can tell everything that's happening. Speaking of punching, you have Idris Elba in this film who plays the villain Brixton. He is basically he's a super villain and he's genetically modified, and he's basically, as he says in the movie, he's Black Superman. And I will admit, through a part of this movie, it is kind of fun for a change to see The Rock get his ass handed to him. And this film seems to have a go big or go home kind of attitude, because this film, even more so than the Fast and Furious films, because the Fast and Furious films have this element to them where they do know what they are, sort of, but then they also try and take themselves seriously in certain moments throughout the series. And Hobbs and Shaw just 100% fully accepts what it is. It knows it's big, it knows it's over the top, it doesn't take itself seriously at all, and that's why I enjoy this film so much, because it's just a lot of fun from start to finish. Now, this film does have one big problem. This film is a bit longer than what it needed to be. I think the runtime of this film definitely hinders it in that sense, because you're never bored. You're never sitting there going, oh God, I'm waiting for this to end. It's a lot of fun from start to finish, but you do kind of feel the runtime kick in, and I think this film sort of goes past its sweet spot in that sense, where it kind of gives you too much of a good thing. And just when you think like this action scene is coming to a close, it ramps right back up again, and it does that at several points throughout the movie. But really, that's my only issue with this film, is the film was a little bit longer than what it needed to be. But then again, that wasn't ever really boring either. There are some post-credit scenes to Hobbs and Shaw as well. You don't really need to stick around for them. They're not that important. In fact, they're not really important at all. They really had no purpose other than just another little couple of gags at the end. So as soon as the credits start to roll, you can just get up and leave. You're really not missing out on anything at all. But look, I gotta say, I walked out of Hobbs and Shaw having had a great time. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I hope you'll enjoy this movie too. Let me know what you thought of Hobbs and Shaw in the comment section below once you've seen it. Thank you very much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember, hit that subscribe button, ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. My name is Tom, and I will see you guys next time.